The Phillies have taken consecutive series and are winners of 4 of their last 6 games, which is probably for the best because the next stop on the road trip is a place that has been nothing short of a house of horrors recently, Oracle Park. The Phillies begin a 3-game set with the San Francisco Giants tonight in the Bay Area. It's a place where they've done very little winning over the last few years. And in fact, the Phillies are just 16-35, dating back to 2010 while playing in Oracle Park. Even some of the elite Phillies clubs during that 2008 stretch struggled in San Francisco. 1-2 in 2008, 1-3 in 2009, 2-4 in 2010. It doesn't matter how talented the Phillies seem to be, they have seemed to struggle in San Francisco over the last decade plus. But it's not just San Francisco, though. In total, the Phillies have had a winning season record against the Giants just once in the last 6 seasons, dating back to 2019. That came in 2024 when the Phillies went 4-0 against the Giants at Citizens Bank Park because, well, no surprise, they lost the series on the road. And last year's trip to Oracle was one of the strangest we've seen. After dropping 13 runs in a Game 1 win, the Phillies and Jordan Romano specifically lost Game 2 on a walk-off inside the park home run from catcher Patrick Bailey, the first walk-off of that style in almost 9 seasons. Bailey became just the 3rd catcher ever to do it. So the Phillies' struggles in San Francisco aren't just well documented, they're weird too. Can this team be the one that turns around those fortunes? Let's take a look at some of the probable starting pitching matchups for this week's set. After a stellar Major League Baseball debut in Philadelphia, Andrew Painter is going to pitch on the road for the first time in his Major League career. The righty went into the 6th in his first start, striking out 8 Washington Nationals. He gave up just 1 earned run, and his stuff, and more importantly, his command for the most part, were really strong in that start. He'll look to build on that first strong outing in an appearance number 2, this first one for him on the road. Needless to say, no Giants have ever faced Painter. He'll be opposed by Adrian Hauser, making his second start in a Giants uniform. Hauser has certainly bounced around the league quite a bit over the last few seasons. The Giants are his 5th team in the last 4 years. After pitching for the Brewers for the first 7 years of his career, he then pitched for the Mets in 2024 and 2 teams in 2025. He signed a 2-year, $22 million contract with the Giants this past winter. He was really strong in his first start, pitching into the 6th against the Padres. He did give up 3 runs, but just 1 of those runs were earned. He struck out 4 along the way. He's a 5-pitch mix, but he's heavy sinker changeup overlay to both righties and lefties. He's not going to blow you away with velocity, sitting around 93, 94 with the sinker and 95 with the 4-seam that he uses significantly less frequently, but he will be around the plate a lot. He doesn't get barreled, and he induces a ton of ground balls. He's been in the 70th percentile or better in ground ball rate every season since 2022. Now, the good news for the Phillies is he is susceptible against left-handed hitters. He's given up 104 hits to lefties over the last 2.5 seasons, including 13 home runs. This current group of Phillies has 61 at-bats against them. There's mixed results along the way. The average isn't strong. It's just 213, but the OPS is above 700 with 4 of the 13 hits going for extra base hits. They've also walked 10 times against Hauser. Kyle Schwarber has had the most sustained success. He's got 4 hits and been on base 9 times in 20 plate appearances against the righty. Game 2, the Phillies will then flip the rotation over once again as Cristopher Sanchez gets the ball for the 3rd time this season. He's turned in back-to-back strong outings and has already picked up 17 strikeouts over 11 1/3 innings pitched. Those 17 are tied for the 5th most in baseball early in 2026. Only Kevin Gausman, Dylan Cease, Jesus Luzardo, and Jacob Misiorowski have more so far this year. And his whip has been exceptional as well. He's posted a sub-1 whip through the first 2 starts. This will be Cristopher Sanchez's 6th career appearance and 4th start against the Giants, and he has enjoyed a ton of success, both against the Giants in total and in San Francisco specifically. He's 1-0 over 3 appearances in Oracle Park, posting a 1.08 ERA over 16 2/3, and he struck out 20 in that span. Now, he has given up his fair share of hits, 14 in fact, but he's done a really nice job of limiting the damage. The next at-bat against the Giants will be the 70th for Sanchez, and as we said, numerically, the success is there for the Giants. They're hitting 246 as a group, but they have just 3 RBIs against Sanchez, and they've all come off the bat of Matt Chapman. Surprisingly, the guy with the worst average against Cristopher Sanchez, it's Luis Arraez. He's 0 for 12 against Sanchez with a pair of strikeouts. Opposing Cristopher Sanchez will be former Cy Young winner Robbie Ray in Game 2. The Phillies and Ray are extremely familiar with each other. This current group has over 100 at-bats against the veteran starter, including 5 Phillies with double-digit at-bats against Robbie Ray. In total, Ray has had the Phillies number, giving up just a 202 average to this group with a sub-330 slug. They've also struck out 37 times in 117 plate appearances, a 31.6% strikeout rate. Fastball slider. That's pretty much what you're going to get from Robbie Ray. 85% of the time he throws those 2 pitches. The slider is often in the high 20s or low 30s of whiff rate, and the fastball continues to be strong. It's always a difficult outing when you're going up against Robbie Ray. In Game 3, the finale, Aaron Nola gets the ball coming off a strong outing against the Rockies this past Friday afternoon. He struck out 9 and pitched into the 7th in Colorado in what I thought was one of his most efficient starts over the last 2 years. Through just 2 starts, yes, admittedly a small sample size, his strikeout rates are up, his walk rates are slightly down, and most importantly, his first pitch strike rate is through the roof. All good signs through the first 2 starts. Nola's seen his share of this Giants club and has been really strong against them. This group has posted just a 178 average against Nola and a 260 slug. In particular, he's been really good against Willy Adames, who's just 1 for 19 with 10 strikeouts. This group as a whole has just 5 extra base hits against Nola, and the big number, no home runs. Tyler Mahle gets the ball for the Giants. He's still looking for his first win as a member of the Giants after 2 struggling starts and a 7 ERA along the way. He signed a 1-year deal with San Francisco this offseason, and he really hasn't found a whole lot of success. He's given up 16 base runners, including 13 hits in his first 9 innings this season. Opponents, they're hammering the fastball early in the year, hitting .429 with an average exit velocity of almost 97 miles an hour. For context, Mahle gave up just a .209 opponent average on the fastball last season. They faced Mahle 52 times, 18 of which have come from Kyle Schwarber, finding some success against him as well. They're .308 with an .860 OPS. Trey Turner and Kyle Schwarber both have 5 hits and are a combined 10 for 31 with 7 RBI. Will this be the team? Finally, the Phillies team that can break the Oracle Park curse. Only time will tell, and we've got 3 games to decide if that's going to be true. That's a question that I think a lot of people are going to be asking. The next question, will you be staying up for the late night starts the first 2 games? Drop a comment down below if you're going to be watching or catching up on replay tomorrow morning. Totally understand if you do. And as always, if you could, smash that like button and hit the subscribe button to the channel on the way out. We'd really appreciate the support. Listen, enjoy the series against the Giants, and whatever happens, at least this series is early in the year. And as always, thanks so much for checking out Phillies Central.